Hi again, it's Jackie from White Raven the Book Rook on Vancouver Island, and I am going to be starting another journal. And I thought I'd make a little bit of ephemera and just show you as I create the little bits, and I will show you the book that I'm going to make. So a friend of mine just had a baby a couple of months ago, and I wanted to make something special for her. Really for her. Not necessarily for the baby, but she can use this for the baby if she wants to keep records and stuff like that. So I found this beautiful paper that I have a digital of by Vectoria Designs, and it is called World of Flowers. And so I printed out a few sheets. I put some on the front and on the back. I thought these were just absolutely gorgeous and very dainty, and I thought I would add these and add some butterflies and add some little girls that I have for the language of flowers. I will show you that once it's printed out. It's just printing now, so there's another page. These are the pages that I'm going to be using. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. It's a bit of a shadow here. Sorry about that. So these are mostly butterflies, and this page I'm going to make a pocket on there, so it didn't print well, but I'm not worried about that. And so there's a couple of the pages, and here's another one, and this one is more roses and butterflies. Those are the two basically themes that I picked, and I will show you more of the pages when I actually get to that part of the book. Right now, I just thought I'd make a little bit of ephemera for it, and since it has got a theme of butterflies and flowers, I thought I'd make some of this Tim Holtz die cut called. I don't think they actually call them anything, they just give them a number. Anyway, 665848 if you want to make these. So I thought I'd just show you. I've just cut the die out, and I've just cut it on basically a lightweight cardstock, very lightweight, maybe 80 pound, and I cut it out here, and then I used the watercolor pencil crayons from a little kit that I bought, and I just scribbled on here, and I'm going to wet these and make it do its magic. So that's basically the colors that I used on these ones here. So now I'm going to wet those and let the water do its thing and make those colors just act with each other and see what we get. Okay, so I found a brush that's fairly soft, and that will move the water, and all I'm going to do now is spray, and the brush is just to help it around if it needs it. So we're just going to let that kind of do its thing. Now this is not watercolor paper, this is just a cardstock, but I've done it before. It turns out really pretty. So I'm just going to try and add a little bit of color to these pieces, and I'll get them to dry after they've soaked in a bit. I want to try and blend in all of my pencil strokes. This one's just a very light pink, and this is a nice turquoisey color. Oh, getting some orange from there, but that's okay. No problemo. And so I'll let that soak in a minute or two, and then I'm going to dry it. So I added a little more crayon to this one because it was very light. I have to be careful now because the paper is wet, but I want to try and get a little more. I see that the ink or the water is actually roughening up the paper a bit when I'm messing with it like that, but just want to make sure all the guys here, everything's all the pieces are on here, and then I let them dry. This one got pretty light too, so I think I'm going to let that one dry and then redo it properly once it's dry, and then I'll recolor it. Okay, so I tried coloring on this and it just doesn't seem to be wanting to accept any more color. So I shaved a little bit of the crayon off, crayon tip. I shaved it off with the edge of my scissors, and it got a little bit of ink, paint, sorry, down here, but I'm not liking that. Well, that turquoise wasn't really showing up, so I added this other bluish color, just to try and get a little bit more color on that butterfly base. And then we'll just let these dry. These ones have already dried. Oh, these are already dried, so now I'm just going to let these dry, and then I can put the color pieces onto them. It's really nice if you do it with a printed paper too. I've done it before with this, just a little polka dot paper, and it turned out so sweet. But I just thought I'd try it today with just this plain paper and see what it would work like with the watercolor pencils. So let me just get these dried, and then I will put the pieces together and show you what we ended up with. So there they are. I kind of like them. I did have to actually go back and use my proper inks, like the distress inks, because the crayons, watercolor pencils, just didn't work out so well on this kind of paper. It'd probably great on watercolor paper, which is what they're supposed to be used on. So anyway, I had the other inks, so I just went back and added those to get some nice, sorry about the noise, to get some nice colors. So that's what we got. So the next thing I have to do is trim off all the margins on these printed digitals, and then they will look like this. Oopsie, sorry. It will look like that, and then I will go through them and show you what they're all about. They're so pretty. So I got the new Tim Holtz precision cutter, and I really like it. Before I had the old Fiskars, and I had that for a number of years. You know, the one you could put the blades in. You know, this one, and you put the blades in here. And it's great. I mean, it worked very well, served me very well. I had that for a number of years, but I have bought this new one, and the precision cutter, it is just so nice. So nice. If you're needing a new one, I don't do a lot of precision cutting per se, but when I want to cut a straight edge, this is the baby. This does the trick for me. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the papers and show you what I'm going to be using to make the book for my friend that just had the baby. And these are so pretty. It's roses and butterflies. So I'll show you the fronts and the backs. Oops. I will be adding all kinds of ephemera to these. These will be the backdrops of the pages. And I may add a few pages in between that are more blank, just for writing notes. Some of these are, there's some spaces, but a lot of the pages are pretty full. So I will see what I want to add. Aren't they gorgeous? These are from Vectoria Design. I have a few of her digitals. I quite like them. So I'm going to get this together. I usually rip the edges, but I've just been cutting them because I thought I'd try to make the book more formal. And so I cut my edges, and now I'm going to ink the edges, and to ink the edges, I'm just going to use these two archival inks, one in Brown Espresso, which is a little bit darker, and the Vintage Photo, which is quite similar to what's on here. So all I'm going to do to make it easy on myself, I'm not using a sponge applicator and going round and round all the pages. All I do is take the pages together and sort of angle them like that, and then rub. And that seems to be good. So here's what it looks like first. And I just get it to go to an angle like that. And I rub the ink on. And if I find that I need more as I'm going through the pages, I'll just add a bit as I go. But this just gets that cut edge with a little bit of distress on it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. So I did those all with the vintage photo. And then if I want, I can go back in and add just a little bit here and there of the dark. I'm not too precious with my papers when I'm working with them, because they're going to get a little bit wrinkly, and that's the distress, and that's the way I like it. So I am basically ready now to go through and organize the pages the way I want them. Make sure that that's what I want, and then I will fold it and find a cover and get it into a book form. Okay, so these are some of the ephemera pages that I'm going to be using. I'll try and get up a little bit. I'm going to be using some of these, maybe not in the form that they're in right now, but I like some of the prints. So I might, sorry, I'm going to zip you down. I'm trying to get you in so you can see what you need to see. Anyway, there's a couple of 3-4 pages of these prints that are very pretty. Here are the Language of Flower girls that I love. And there is 12 of those. And they are beautiful. And I thought those would be really nice in there. And then I've got some full pages as well. And this is beautiful. It might be the cover. I don't know for sure. I never know for sure until I get there. But there's some pages that I might use as well. And there's another one. And one more. Okay, so this is all the materials, paper materials that I've got to start with. There's the booklet. It is 12 pages, I believe. Okay, so there's 12 pages. So that's 24 double-sided and folded in half. So it's 48 pages in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So I'm going to start getting this together into more of a book fashion and start adding pieces that I want to add to this. And they will also be lace and rolls of this and that, and some textured papers embossed. And I'll show you the one I want. I love this one, and I thought that would be really pretty. So I might do some of those. I'm going to just try some things and see how I like it as I go. So if you'd like to carry on with me on this journey, I will see you in the next part. Thanks for watching, and comment if you would like. And if you like what I'm doing here and you want to subscribe to get notifications, please remember to do that and hit the bell, and you'll get all the notifications for when I create another video. Okay, thanks very much for joining me again, and I will see you soon.